and I'm outdoors. Special edition Richie. I'm outside the world's best cigar pub, and it really is probably one of the nicest lounges I've been to. However, though, cunts could ruin anything. And I was going to smoke upstairs in the upstairs lounge. And I went to the bar, I had one beer, and I had a Cuban sandwich. And then I got a glass of water. I was going to go upstairs. And I go outside, around the outside that restaurant area, and I go upstairs with my cigars. Well, I go to upstairs, and they have a little rope across it. And I said to the woman, the if it was a man, it'd be a maitre d'. But I said to this cunt, I said, is this closed? I want to go upstairs and smoke. She goes, yeah, well, I closed it. There was no one up there. And I said, I'm someone. I want to go up there and smoke. Well, I already cleaned it up. Bitch, you're at work. I mean, you're on the clock. You're on the clock. Act like it. Act like it. Act like it. She's a miserable person. She'll live and die alone. This is we are into the Gurkhas now. The Gurkha snake. The dragons were all great. Well, really, the 3 out of 4 were really great. The AJ was great. The Oliva was my favorite, and the Oscar was great too. Now I got 2 of these. I gotta say I have the Oliva here, and I also got the There's no AJ this year. I had the this is basically a high end Oliva cigar, and then I got the other one, which is a high end EP Krillo. I'm going with the Oliva first. Um, the banding on this is fantastic. I mean, fantastic. Before I undress this cigar, now this was $5 cheaper than last year's. It was actually, I feel like it was 2 years ago, but I don't know, give or take. By the time these snakes, basically, I feel like when the Oliva Dragon, which came out 2024, I found those at the beginning of the year because I was in Florida, and then the following year, 2025, we're in 9 months into 2025, and it's the first time seeing these. So maybe there was a delay on the snake, and the whereas the Dragon was released right away. So, or maybe because I was in Florida. Here we are. It's a box pressed, semi kind of closed torpedo. It's a box press torpedo with like almost like a nipple tip. So it's got a lot going on. The production value on this is intense. Now, $20 cigar. The, the feel and fit of this is top shelf. The banding on this, I'll show it one more time before I undress it. Can you see it? Can you see the lines, Russ? Can you see it? The banding on this is as good as you could get a cigar. I know it's Gurkha, but Gurkha didn't make the cigar. This is contracted to Oliva. The bands on this are as good as you can make a bands. I'm not even joking. This is Opus X level bands. These bands are really nice. I mean, I'm actually gonna say these bands. The detailing on that snake, that's what she said, is fantastic. Every aspect of this, I'm gonna say the bands. So every aspect of these bands is phenomenal. As far as the blend, I'm gonna need some help. I thought it said Mexican San Andreas, and I thought it said Mexican San Andreas, and that's about it. I think Nicaraguan. Well, it's already feeling like aged tobacco, dark and sweet. I gotta say, outside here is quite nice. We're on a field trip. Act accordingly. That girl was a bitch. No reason really to toast such a small foot. Draw's fine, even though it's a little on the tight side because of the nipple tip. Thank you, PG, my trusted friend. He's saying Mexican filler, Nika. Well, basically, so it's a Padron 26 Maduro. PG, in case you didn't see it, PG, look at the bands on this. Can you see it? Is this bright enough? Let's see. Can I tell you? Siri told me Siri can't put on the flashlight when I'm up. I can't even argue with AI. No, no, hold on. PG, I think you're wrong on that. That's why I asked. PG, I know what you're saying. The one website on Neptune said Mexican Sumatra. I'm like, hold on a second. Unless if that's true, who the fuck is making Mexican seed Sumatra tobacco or Sumatra seed? The first name should be no. So if you people say Ecuadorian Connecticut, so it's Ecuadorian. So the mother and the father, Ecuadorian. I don't know. It's slightly snug in the beginning. We're gonna hopefully that opens up, and it will. It's that little. We got some nice flavor going on right now. I'm gonna give it a second till it opens up. Can you see it? Is it bright enough? Can you see the fucking bands? No. I'm trying to get some lighting in here. Look at that. Look at these bandings on this, man. There we go, PG. I got it. We caught the light, baby. Well, Mexican San Andreas makes more sense. Dark coffee, dark cocoa, dark chocolate. Now, everyone isn't smoking. I don't want to smoke at the bar, really. And I didn't want to smoke in the restaurant area. And that's the only place you can smoke right now because and in the outdoor area, the guy playing guitar, and he's playing nice music, but I can't do a live or a review with a guy playing guitar. So I wanted to smoke up on the second floor, and they closed it because no, not that. Here's the thing, PG. PG, my palate's clean, and this is my first cigar of the day, PG. And I'm enjoying this cigar, PG. But you know, Richie's not a liar. Last year's Oliva's cigar was better, unless something magically changes in the band on that. I mean, this paper, I, and even on the black part, there's this snake skin. I think we're just gonna let it open it up, okay? Because it's still right there. We're opening up. Oof, right in my chocha. Hold on a second. Now, PG, this with that nipple tip. Now that it's opening up, we're getting full power here. All right, it's good. It just had to open up. It just had to. That's nice. We're at a heavy medium plus. It's not exactly medium full just yet. I'm assuming it's going to get to that, and we'll find out. The finish is medium length. It's quite balanced. Has good age for Mexican San Andreas and Nicaraguan. This feels like a higher end cigar, where it's more about character and great flavor. Um, there's no sharp edges on the flavor. Now, here's the problem with that. A lot of guys go in Mexican San Andreas and guys go in Nicaraguan tobacco. They want a little more rough around the edges. But this is a top shelf cigar. It's $20 in PA. 20 in PA is not cheap. Very full pack. Very nutty. Absolute tons. Very nutty. Very cashews. That's a high end nutty flavor. I like this cigar. Dark cocoa chocolate, dark black pepper, without being very spicy, but there's some elements of that. Now the flavor's getting very heavy and pasty. Um, it's a totally different vibe. It's not as exciting and as fun as a blend as last year's Gurkha Dragon Oliva. It's almost about to hit medium full. I can feel it coming. Flavor's getting longer and heavier. I like it. I got black pepper spices picking up right on my back chocha. All right, all right. Right, medium full right there. Yeah, I guess PG. I guess nobody cares about Gurkha cigars because no one's here with PG. PG, should I just FaceTime you? Should I just FaceTime you? Oh, this is the best song to hear at nighttime. I can feel it coming in your life. You take it easy, brother. I'll sit here by myself with all the people I trust. All the people I trust. Everyone in the world that Richie trusts is here. It's really a nice place here. They really, in the summer months, the warmer months, it's very crowded here. I've been here a full season. I've been coming here since about, I think I found out this place around maybe January. We're at a medium full, three-quarter darkness, 75% darkness, three-quarter strength. It's very smooth though, very polished. Well, the black pepper spice is increasing. The flavor is getting heavier. Um, Look, it's an enjoyable, smooth, semi-strong cigar that feels polished for Mexican San Andreas Nicaraguan tobacco. Let's just give you an example. If you enjoy like a Padron 26, that's a great cigar. This is a little darker than that, around the same heaviness, but it's a little more polished than the Padron 26. So, however, though, a lot of guys like that power they get off the Padron 26 or 64 because the tobacco is a little more non-polished. I mean, it's serious. I mean, part of Padron's prestige is they know how to blend their cigars where that the edginess of the Padron tobacco it works to his advantage. No one smokes Padron 64 and goes, "Oh, I just love how smooth it is." No, they like the power of it, but it works. It generally works well with their blend. Really, the strength feels like it wants to ramp up, and I'm okay with that. We'll see what happens. I'll give it a minute. So far, no regrets on it. It is not. It's a really nice blend, but as far as the profile, it feels like a. If you like just like Maduros, doesn't matter broadleaf, Mexican San Andreas. If you zoom out, most Maduros around give or take medium plus, medium full, and 70 to 75% darkness. Um, it has more nuttiness than normal. And what I mean is most cigars don't have this level of nuttiness. There's a very creamy texture to that with the nuttiness. So it's a good and a bad thing. The problem is, I don't know if a lot of guys are going to come to Gurkha to have a higher end cigar. Now, it's made by Oliva. So once again, the problem is I don't know how many guys are going to spend $20 on a Gurkha. It's in 2025, but is it worth it? I think so. I would try this once a year, uh, only because as far as reviewing it, but I'm not gonna buy a. The boxes are actually even nice. The boxes on this, the production value they bought from last year's was $25. This year's 20. They know the market's worse this year, and the production value on the bands and the production value on the boxes is even nicer. So for $200 a box for 10 cigars on higher end sticks, the boxes are really nice. And by buying two of these, I bought this one and I bought the EP Carrillo, which I'll review tomorrow. I was entered into the raffle to buy to get the a big what do you call it humidor, and I think with like all three boxes. So I hope I win, and we'll see what happens. That humidor is like a 200 count humidor. That'd be nice. So all in all, is this cigar nice? It's a very nice cigar. Is it worth it? I believe it is worth it. But the problem, I'm always going to add caveats to recommending cigars. Did the world need another higher end Mexican San Andreas that's or almost 80% darkness? And it's a medium full. It's a profile that I'm enjoying. It's kind of been done before. Did Gurkha have to do this one? I think that even though it's a good profile for an anniversary, for a special limited edition cigar like the Chinese Zodiac, I would have went with a little more exciting of a profile or a little even stronger. But I am enjoying it though. But so that's just me being nitpicky. But as far as this, is this a piece of shit? It is not a piece of shit. So if you want a darker cigar that's very polished, good amount of dark chocolate, good amount of black pepper, very nutty on the cashews, and quite slick with it, kind of oily and buttery. Um, Dark coffee note. If you want a darker cigar, but on the luxury side with amazing bands, I don't know what else to say. Sure. Um, but a lot of guys, when they get to $20, $21, and this is PA, the best price, you're probably going to see this for $25 in your area or more. And more. So it is what it is. Do what you want. I like the box pressing. But I will say that totally different profile. But I will say that the Oliva on the last year, different profile, but I felt that was a superior blend. That was just more exciting. So it doesn't make this one a bad cigar, but if we're heading head to head, last year's Oliva Dragon was better than this year's Oliva Snake made for Gurkha. But is this still a great cigar? I think it's very good. It's very enjoyable. I've not bad to say about it. If this didn't say Gurkha on it, and if it just said Oliva or Padron, people would buy it. There's Gurkha cigars is like Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson, even though he says he doesn't have AIDS anymore, nobody cares. Nobody believes that shit. So Gurkha ruined their reputation. Gurkha got AIDS, hypothetically, and they. And I talked to Juan Lopez. He's a gentleman. He has made long strides to improve the brand, and he has. And I'll stand by them. I shook his hand. We smoked cigars together. A lot of the newer stuff that they work with, because Gurkha is mostly a contracting blend where they outsource their blends, but sometimes they outsource them to really shitty people, really cheap side. Um, and then other times they outsource them to like AJ. They outsource them to Oscar Valadares, EP Carrillo. So you can't go wrong with those cigars because you can't go wrong with those brands. Why? Don't quote me on it. I don't know if Gurkha has used Placencia. Maybe they have, and I don't recall. So that being said, does Gurkha still have a future? Of course it does. I just think it's going to take a long enough time to where all the old dinosaurs like me and guys even 20 years older than me die off and go, you know what? I remember when Gurkha used to make some really shitty stuff on the internet, and they fooled a lot of people. I think they paid for their sins. I like that they admitted about it. Juan doesn't deny it, but he also says, "I want to focus on the future," and he does. Um, a lot of their newer stuff, like the Cellar Reserves, that was not newer now, but I'm saying, but in general, they started making strides for better quality blends, better tobacco at a reasonable price. So back in the day, they'd be like, "This is $100 cigar online right now for $3, and you're gonna get it." And you're like, "Wow, what a deal!" Like genius. You know the whole phrase "buy low, sell high." Gurkha was pretending high and selling low. Like, so I mean, it is what it is. All the guitar players done, I guess, that they have a 10 p.m. noise variance out here, because we're opposite of, I guess, of the. It's a low-lying mountain here, but the echoing. And I know nobody's here right now, but people will be watching this later. I don't know if they're totally just blocking my live feed, and I'm okay with that. Draws really open up. It's quite a delicious cigar. It's getting heavier, a little more sweeter too. uh, there's more of a chocolate sweetness coming in, not just dark chocolate. So all in all, I like the blend. All in all, I think it's a nice darker cigar without being ass kicking. It's very polished, very smooth, with nothing bad to say about it. Um, I'm just not blown away by the profile they chose. But as far as the tobacco and the blend, is it good? Yes. I I would have done maybe something a little more exciting. Um, that's just my opinion, though. But as far as could you smoke this and have a great time? Yes. On track to where this is going, 4.7. It's better than good. It's better than very good. Um, it's an amazing blend as far as the experience. It's very smooth. I wanted this to be godlike. Like the last Oliva, it was godlike. The Oliva Dragon was godlike. So I'm kind of disappointed with amazing. It is super polished. The flavor is very nice on the tongue. So don't get it twisted. I know I'm like kind of pissed about this blend, but I'm pissed about this blend because it's not a 4.9. I had a lot of faith with Gurkha contracting these cigars out to Oliva and EP Carrillo and Oscar. I didn't get the Oscar though, and I hope that wasn't a mistake. I got the EP Carrillo, and I hope that's going to be solid. So in a way, last year I had no comparison. Last year with the Dragon, I couldn't compare it to the year before. So this year, I'm obviously saying, well, the last year's Oliva Dragon was better than this year's Oliva Snake. So in a way, I'm already kind of like stepping on this cigar. And I'm not trying to. I'm just telling you, last year's Dragon was better on this Dragon. I'm sorry. You understand what the fuck I'm saying? Although I recommend you this if you see it, sure. It's got great flavor on it. It's just the Dragon was better than the Snake for Oliva. It's kind of confusing because last year they had four companies, or three, and then themselves. So the three they outsourced. Now this year they outsourced it again to three, but they didn't outsource it. Well, they didn't make one themselves. Smoke hop is very generous, creamy texture, very smooth. The sweetness is picking up, the spice is still picking up. If I was zooming out, I'm having a great time. In a way, I wish in my mind, I have to be truthful. I wish I couldn't compare it to last year's Oliva cigar, for Gurkha under the Chinese Zodiac, because then I couldn't say, oh, but last year's was better. But unfortunately, this is a true statement. However, though, is this still a great cigar? The answer is yes. Oh yeah. Oh, oh yeah. We're getting full stride there. We're in our second third. Perfect construction, perfect burn. This cigar had no time to breathe. I took it out of the cellophane as we smoked it. Um, pasty, thick flavor. That's what she said. Nothing bad to say about it. Well, the one bad thing I said was I liked the Oliva better last year. But I'll add the caveat that this is still a great cigar, but the other one was greater. So that's, hey, it is what it is. I wouldn't buy a box of it right now for $200. Oh, it's not a bad deal. It's a high end box. It's a really nice box. However, though, I'll give it some time and I'll buy a discount later on Cigar Page. They only made 750 boxes of each size. I'm sorry, each blend. Each blend comes only in one size that I like, and each blend comes in different sizes, meaning the Oliva and the EP Crillo are not the same shape. I'll pull out the EP Crillo right now. That is as well a torpedo, but that is more of a pointed torpedo. Whereas, and this one is not box press. So we have a pointed torpedo with the Parejo, and this is, I don't know the size. It just says Year of the Snake EPC, where this is like 6 and change by 52 box presser. So we're going to find out if tomorrow, if the EP Carrillo is even better than this. This is a 4.7 is a great cigar. 4.7 is an amazing cigar. Very slick, perfect construction, great smoke output, long, heavy flavor, nice amount of darkness, 80%, but still with 80% darkness. So it's on the darker side for Maduro, but great amount of sweetness on this. You're still getting like dark cocoa, on the baseline, but there's also like a richer, sweeter, almost like milk chocolate coming on top of that. So it has nice complexity to make. Listen, I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for a long time. To make a darker cigar strong is easy. To make a darker cigar complex is difficult. I'm telling you, a lot of dark cigars out there with a lot of strength, a lot of spice, but it's like static. It's just blowing out your chocha. It's like most people with a 500 Magnum. A lot of power, and they're going to miss, and they're just blasting. Rich, nutty cashewness as well. And I must admit, though, I'm not getting a very woodsy vibe from this. I'm not getting cedar or charred wood. Not yet. If I later on I get charred wood, that'd be nice. And I'm not talking about burnt dick. I need a glass of water. Cheers. All right, we're back. So, anyways, hope you're doing well. And I know no one's here because no one probably cares about Gurkha, and I'm okay with that. People, like I said, this is not made by Gurkha. Although, I mean, they have obviously they're contracted out. Nice smelling tobacco. Let's get to the news. I might not do too much news, but I'll see what I can get to it. Here we have a stadium, and this is somewhere I think in, I don't know, either in Europe or South America, where people care about soccer. This is really big. I don't know how they brought this in. This is massive. How did they bring this in? But now let's zoom in. This is about, I don't know, 50 by 100. I mean, this is on TV. It's some guy, I don't know, some guy gang banging some dude. This is brutal. Whoever this guy is supposed to be, man, they fucking totally draped this guy. He's even busting nuts. Oh my god! Imagine. I don't know if this is in Mexico, but soccer players aren't fucking around. I remember years ago there was a story in a soccer game, and they started throwing hand grenades at the goalie. Bro, I can't stress it enough. American football might be more violent, head-on collisions, but no one's throwing hand grenades in the end zone. That happened. It was, I don't know, somewhere. I don't know if it was in South America somewhere, but don't they check these people at the gate for grenades? Next at 10. Yeah, you just got to quit wrestling at this point. I don't know what his manager was thinking. We're having this guy wrestle that guy. But if I was that wrestler on the bottom, I'm quitting. I'm going into the witness protection. Um, you got to change your name. This is wrong. This is wrong. Next at 10, somebody located Texas hose and booty protection. I got to admit, this guy's onto something. You got to protect hose and you got to protect the booty. It's important. I think it's very important. I like the cigar. I'm really enjoying it. It's an amazing experience. Um, that I wish it was better. I wish it was godlike. It's not cheap. $20 in this day and age is not cheap. I could have smoked a Neho for less. So keep that in mind. But is it a solid blend by Oliva? Yeah, I would rather smoke this. I'd rather smoke this than Oliva Milano V Maduro. So what does that say about this blend? It's better than Milano V Maduro. And for all we know, this might be the same wrapper as the Oliva Milano V Maduro, which is Mexican San Andres, but maybe just a higher priming or more age. I don't know. Next at 10. Well, some lesbian got a tattoo of a picture. Well, they somebody photocopied her girlfriend's chocha, and then they drew it into a flower, and then she put it on her neck. Imagine, you don't gotta imagine. I mean, I've seen chocha like that before. Chocha like that before, it looks a little beat up on the outside, but generally the inside is pretty good. It's kind of deceiving. Like maybe she's been with a lot of guys, but smaller guys. If that makes any sense. The opening's a little banged up, but it is what it is. Next at 10. Guys, have you ever been in your house and really wanted to protect yourself and a Glock wasn't enough? Well, they got level 3A American flags that mount on your wall and they weigh maybe just 2 or 3 pounds, but it has shield arms in the inside. So you put it by your front door. So when you go to your front door with your loaded firearm, you got a level 3A shield to protect your head and your chest and everything. The legs, not so much, but at that point, you could kneel and shoot. You could also kind of come around the corner and be okay as well. Um, I don't know. I digress. I like this idea. I'd buy it for $100. Imagine somebody breaking in and somebody has an American flag and the bad guy shoots and nothing happens. And at that point, you realize like you really fucked up. But it's the world we live in. I'm all about it. American flag, bulletproof shields. That's a good story. Next at 10. Here we have the all new fucking Trinidad Cubans. And it's the brand's 55th anniversary for the Cuban Trinidad brand. And don't worry, it's not even 1,000. It's an $1,100 cigar. So it's very affordable for Cuban. And you could buy a box for 64,000 American because you're going to get 55 cigars in a humidor. This is fantastic pricing. They really factored in the regular middle class on this one. You know, when I think of $64,000 American minus sales tax, which would be about almost 80,000. Yeah, I think of like 55 Cuban cigars. I got to buy this. I definitely got to buy this. Next at 10, I don't know what kind of stretching is going on right now, but nobody stretches me like this at the gym. I wish they would. You know, I wish they would just really get deep, you know, stretch out that sciatica nerve. but nobody cares. Uh, it's a solid medium full right now, 80% darkness. Um, Good amount of dark chocolate, but also like a sweeter chocolate as well. A by chocolate flavor, which knock on wood, it's pretty good. Black pepper and a lot of cashew nuts. So the finish is quite long and heavy. It is quite a smooth cigar. So if you're looking for a luxurious, smooth, darker, luxury cigar with good flavor, good character, and complexity, I got nothing bad to say about it. But was the blend good? Yeah. But was it exciting? No, I don't find like darker. I don't find like 80% an overall dark flavor character um, exciting, and that's just me. Although it is enjoyable, this would go well with like a dark Scotch or something like that. Whatever you want to do. We know what this guy's doing. This guy's doing some dark stuff, but something else. This guy drives around and he fucks pumpkins. So some people should just be arrested. Um, this guy's a pumpkin fucker. Uh, he should be on some type of watch list. Anybody fucking pumpkins is not a friend of mine. Next at 10. Ooh, can't say that word. But this was a real advertisement for somewhere. Was this in Thailand? This was or somewhere. This isn't a real country. This is a real advertisement. I don't know if it's in Thailand or somewhere in Asia, but they got the big burgers, but it's got another word in there, and I don't know exactly what that says or what it means. But fuck, oh shit! Even the buns are black. Which okay, the B&B. Well, guys, if you're hungry, check out B&B Burgers. Next at 10, we got more sodomite women with 3-foot dongs. That how is that going to fit up your chocha or maybe the back Gucci? I don't know. Either or, that looks painful. Looks very painful. Huh. That's going to hurt. That's going to stretch it out. That's never going to heal. That is. I mean, it's bigger than her hand. Next at 10. Oh, is that it? Well, we got a fine gentleman here saying he'll eat stinky pussy for $10. Mm, I think. Wait. No. Here's the thing. I don't know if he's saying he'll pay $10 or he'll do it and you got to pay him $10. I don't know. I don't know. But we'll eat stinky pussy. $10. That's not for me. Next at 10. If the pink stinks, I'm out. Well, we got a woman in England that identifies as demon fluid doll. She identifies as a fluid demon. Can you imagine? Can you imagine waking up? I'm getting scared now. I'm in the woods over here. I'm looking behind my back. Can you imagine wake up middle of the night and seeing this bitch? In any court of law, they would understand using full self defense. This bitch look. Imagine in the dark seeing this bitch. She literally has red teeth. A Yikes! Yikes! Is that makeup or did she tattoo her face white? Did she tattoo her lips? I believe she tattooed her. I mean, she colored her teeth red. Holy shit! Shit, bitch. Nah, it's not for me. Next, that's it. Well, you heard of Doctor Octopus. I guess it's just Doctor Donk. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck. He's just he's got a he's not he's octocock. He's got an octocock. I don't know. I'm done. I don't give a shit. We're done with the news. I have no problem hanging out myself. I know guys will enjoy this when they're watching this tomorrow. Look, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you're smoking great cigars. I did enjoy this cigar. However, though, it's it is very dark, 80%, and it's pushing a medium full, a solid medium full, and the profile is pretty dark and pretty heavy. And although it has some nice complex flavors, if I had to critique it, is it zoomed out? Is it a good cigar? Yes. Zoomed in though, for the category of a special like anniversary cigar or a limited edition cigar for whatever it is, Chinese Zodiac or who gives a shit. I don't know if this profile is fitting, um, but I can recommend it. I have to be give my 2 cents, my critique, but I am enjoying it. So it makes me wonder though what they're gonna do with the EP Carrillo. Because in a way, I would have expected the EP Carrillo to be the darker one, because he does a lot of darker cigars. So we're gonna find out tomorrow what EP Carrillo is gonna do, and that one I'm just gonna do a review, because it seems like on the live nobody cares about Gurkha. Really, I see if I smoke a Fuente or a David off a Padron, I'll get 100 guys throughout the live. You know what I'm saying? By the end of the video, it's like, oh, 160 guys tuned in, just from the live. But I put anything Gurkha, it's like right now maybe Gurkha's watching, and kudos to them. The production value on this, the bands, um, the price for a luxury cigar in that kind of box and bands, and a great flavor, really good flavor on this for a dark cigar to be this smooth and sweet and dark and heavy. It's very enjoyable. Although I don't know if I would have chose this blend though for this category. That's the only thing I could critique it on. Um, but because you're the snake, I think snakes are pretty scary. They're pretty exciting. Um, this is more like an abyss kind of a cigar. This is more like of a no hope. When you go this dark, when you go 80, 85% darkness and you go strong, um, even if it has some nicer complexity on this, it still has overall kind of an oppressive kind of vibe going this dark and heavy. And I'm glad it's smooth, and I'm glad that the aged tobacco enough that there's some complexity to it and some sweetness. Thank goodness. And I can recommend it. But for my, I guess, my personal use, just in general, I'm not even like, for example, like Camacho Chip Maduro, great cigar, and I'll have like one or two a year. But I'm not smoking Camacho Chip Maduro on a weekly, monthly, or bi-monthly basis. There's moments where I like that cigar, but not on the regular basis. So I guess what I'm saying is the cigar is not easy to love, but it can be enjoyed. I think just at the right moment. So if you buy this cigar, understand, have this cigar, definitely not when the sun is out, and maybe you want to get a little liquored up first and really enjoy this because it's dark and heavy and strong, quite smooth as well. We're done here. I wish everyone well. I'm going to enjoy the rest of it by myself. I'm already by myself without the camera on and imaginary people. Well, they're going to watch it tomorrow. You know, Caleb, the OG bot's real. Well, you guys be good. Love you guys. You stay fresh. Don't do drugs. Limit your alcohol content. If you're gonna go out, have one beer. Richie has one beer. One beer. That's it. Everyone says I can't do that because if I once I have one drink, I'll have 100. Why? Stop. Have some control. That's like saying I can't get behind the wheel of the car because once I get behind the wheel of the car, I'm gonna drive 100 miles an hour. Stop it. If you could control, if you're a reformed alcoholic, if you could control a vehicle, if you could pay your bills on time, you could limit yourself and have one beer. Grow up. Evan, my friend, nice to see you. Evan, you caught the end of the review. I'm bouncing out. I had a great time. This is an amazing cigar, 4.7. Great boxing, great banding. It's a very dark cigar, but it has some nice complexity, some sweetness with the milk chocolate, dark chocolate as well, black pepper, and nice nutty cashew notes. There's a lot of flavor, a lot of heaviness, a lot of texture. Well, the cigar is very dark. And for my opinion, for a celebratory cigar, it's not my vibe. Or for a special anniversary or special limited edition, I would have chose this profile, this kind of cigar for a different type of venue. I guess that's what I'm saying. But as far as the cigar itself, if you're looking for a strong, dark, heavy cigar in the luxury category, made by Oliva Cigar for Gurkha, then it's a 4.7. You guys stay fresh.